Hey you guys, it's Sonia. So let's talk about natural hair in corporate America. Recently I saw someone post on LinkedIn their headshot, and it was a young lady who had a professional headshot displaying her beautiful natural hair. It was in a huge afro and she looked beautiful. And of course, I feel that our natural hair is professional, it is beautiful, and it needs to be stopped being discriminated against. And that's why, we had to have the Crown Act. So, jobs in general, corporate or not, could stop discriminating against Black people because of how they wear their hair, whether it's dreads, whether it's their loose natural hair, and afro braids, whatever it is. We're pretty much the only race that's consistently policed and discriminated against because of our hair, no matter how we decide to wear it. But mainly when we decide to wear it natural, it's deemed unprofessional, unclean, uncouth, you name it. Our natural hair has unfair negative connotations put upon it by non-Black people. That's just a fact. So anyway, on LinkedIn, this young woman, she showed it. She was proud. She said for the first time in her professional life, she felt comfortable enough to wear her natural hair and to take a professional headshot with her natural fro just out and big and beautiful. And she related how the pandemic helped her gain this confidence because during the pandemic, she was wearing her natural hair out every single day. So, of course, that's something to celebrate and, high five and encourage her. And, a lot of people, there were thousands, hundreds of thousands of comments of people telling her, girl, way to go. Your natural is beautiful. Our hair is professional. My issue came with other commenters who tried to hijack her happy moment celebrating her natural hair by saying, well, it shouldn't be about your hair. It shouldn't be about color. It should be about your job performance. I was discriminated against because of my weight, and I was discriminated. And I'm like, look, first of all, I tried my best to keep my mouth shut, to not comment. When it's things that I'm super duper passionate about and serious about, like, I cannot hold my tongue. This was one of them. And this one particular woman, y'all, she irritated my soul because she just kept commenting and trying to force her very unrealistic and very naive belief that the world should be this way and we should get jobs based on our skill, not on how we look or our hair. Okay, it's easy for you to say that because one, you're not Black, you're white, you've never had this issue when it comes to how your natural hair grows out of your scalp. Nobody's policing your hair. Nobody's looking at you, at your skin color, and automatically judging you based on the melanin in your skin. So, don't come on here and try to hijack a happy moment about African Americans celebrating being able to freely wear their hair in the corporate world in its natural state. This woman finally felt comfortable enough, confident enough to wear her hair in its natural state in her professional photo. And you're making this about you. Why? And I have a huge issue with people who do that because if that's how you feel, then go make your post about your issues and how you feel you were discriminated against and how you feel the world should be and how you feel you should get hired. Everyone should get hired based on their skill. We all know this. This is nothing new. You're not telling us anything that we don't already know. But what you need to do is understand and celebrate this post and celebrate this Black woman for what this post is about, which is celebrating wearing her natural hair in a corporate photo, a professional photo in a corporate setting. Why is it so hard to do that? But then you say that we always make things about race. This is about race because our natural hair is also about our culture. You can't separate the two. And if you don't understand, and so there were people who were trying to get this woman to understand that that's your experience, you know? And, that's very nice that you had those experiences and you didn't have to be in a workforce worrying about judgment on how you wear your hair. If I want this job, I better straighten my hair. If I want this job, I better throw a wig on because if they see my natural hair, I'm not going to get the job. If I want this job, I'm going to have to cut my dreads off. Or being told to cut your dreads off or locks, whatever you want to call them. Being told that natural hair is not professional. There's Black women still in the news media, local and national, where it's in their contracts that their hair has to be straight, worn straight, in order to work for certain news stations or to be on camera. They can't wear their natural hair. That's still an issue still. That's why you see so many Black female newscasters with wigs on, with long weaves down their backs. Because they have to. They can't wear their natural hair on television. Why is that? Well, because white America has an issue with our natural hair, and they write and they call in to these news stations and they vent and they complain, saying how unprofessional and ugly our natural hair is. And you should tell that news lady to do something about her hair, straighten her hair. That's why you see so many Black newscasters, the majority, wearing weaves, wigs, or relaxers. This is what we have to deal with on a daily basis because it's to appease white America, to appease those who don't see the beauty in our natural hair. They want us to conform still to European standards of beauty. That's what we have to deal with. So when we see, or at least when I see someone who's confident enough to rock their natural hair in front of a camera or in corporate America or whatever it is, that deserves celebrating. And no, I'm not going to let you come in here and take the attention away from what her post is about, which is celebrating Black hair, natural hair. With your whiny, whatever, kumbaya, yet very, very blind, willfully blind, I feel, because of the stuff that she was saying, because she wasn't willing to listen. She wasn't, even though she kept saying she understood, or I'm not saying this, I'm saying that. And mind you, she's saying this to Black women who's trying to explain to her why we're celebrating her and why, yes, this is about Black hair and Black people, our culture. And she still just want to be smart mouth and, well, I feel and I feel and I went through this. And so I finally chimed in and I had to school her. I had to do it. I couldn't take it anymore. And she kept trying to come back at me. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, you don't know me because I don't back down and you're not going to win this argument. And eventually she said, I hope you and your family be blessed. I said, same to you. I let her have it. I had to school her. And even after I gave her, and I told her, I said, maybe you should read the Crown Act and maybe you'll understand what this post is about and why we're celebrating this Black woman and her beautiful natural hair. It's that simple. So many claim to be allies and they claim to understand our plight when they truly don't, because you're not listening and you haven't gone through this. So stop trying to speak on things that you don't understand or don't know about, or you're trying to turn a subject into something else that is not about. This post was not about discrimination about of fat people. It was not about discrimination against what else was she bringing up? She was bringing up all kind of stupid stuff. And I'm like, that's not even what this post is about. It's about her celebrating wearing her natural hair as it grows out of her scalp in a professional photo in corporate America where she worked, which is something that Black people does not have the ability to do because our hair is constantly policed. That's what the post is about. That's why we're celebrating. Don't try to turn this into something else. Don't try to turn this into your issue. You go post on LinkedIn about whatever you feel the workforce should be like, or you being discriminated against because you were overweight. And she kept bringing up weight. And I'm like, okay. And I told her, I said, you know what? You can do something about your weight. You can lose your weight. You can go have surgeries. There's lap band surgeries. There's all kind of diets, a billion diets you can try to lose weight. You can do something about weight if you want to. We can't do nothing about how our natural hair grows out of our scalp. We can't do anything about the color of our skin. Okay, yeah, you could bleach it, but you know what I'm saying. And bleaching is a whole other issue, y'all. We ain't even gonna talk about that. But it's like that's apples and oranges. You can't compare the two. Yes, weight discrimination is wrong, but so is discriminating against our natural hair. That's wrong too. I can't control how my hair grows. I can't control the texture of my hair. They invented relaxers for that, and that only damages our hair, damages our scalp. It's poisonous to our bodies. We've done so many horrible things to our skin, to our hair, trying to conform to European standards. And why? It's been past time for us to stop doing that. And it's a shame that all these years later, we have the Crown Act, to try to stop the hair discrimination against African Americans or anybody with textured hair, being told that our natural hair is unprofessional, that it's ugly. It looks unkempt. No. Our natural hair is professional, and that shouldn't be the first thing that we worry about when we go to a job interview or when we start a new job. There's so many of us, myself included, who went to a job interview with my hair either blown out or straightened. And then once I started the job, then I let my natural, hair flow, you know, and we do that to get the job. Once you got the job, what they gonna do? Are they gonna really try to fire you for having natural hair? You know, some jobs still do. They'll find a way to get rid of you. But now there's laws in place, the Crown Act, that that stops people from doing this, and not just jobs, but schools. I also mentioned this in my comment to this woman. I said, there's been laws put in place specifically for Black people against our hair. And those laws are also disguised as school rules, dress codes, that they use to expel students, to hold them back, to punish them unfairly because of how they wear their hair in school. Kids who wear their natural hair, your hair is a distraction. The kids can't see around your hair in class. Your locks are too long. You can't have extensions in your hair. You can't have braided extensions in your hair. It's just ridiculous how our hair is policed in every aspect of our life. The kids get it at school. The grown-ups get it at work. I mean, we can't escape it. And it's ridiculous. So that was something that was something that was interesting, but I also sometimes you just have to educate people. You have to check them, check your privilege, and check stop being so quick to hijack someone's post that's a happy post, and then turn it around to make it about you and your issues. That's not what this is about. That's not what we're here for. Go make your own post on your own page and whine and complain. We're celebrating this woman's natural hair and her beautiful professional photo in corporate America. There was that, and then also a former workmate of mine, she made a post on LinkedIn today. She cut off all her natural hair, and she's wearing a shaved cut again. That used to be her signature look years and years and years ago when she worked at the health department. And I remember her with short hair, super short hair. And, I told her, good for you. Good for you for being you, because she quit corporate America and she became an entrepreneur. She has her own business, but she was also afraid of how she would be perceived if she cut her hair again. And it's like, hey, people are either gonna like it or hate it, but either way, you're good at what you do. That shouldn't even be a consideration. Like, that's not going to stop your business. That's not going to stop you from being good at what you do. If people don't want to work with you because you wear short hair, that's a them problem. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that I'm seeing more women not A, wear their natural hair, and B, being proud and celebrating it, on different platforms like LinkedIn or Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Whenever I see it, I'm gonna clap you up, celebrate you, and drop some encouraging words, because I think that's awesome. I think more women should do it, and I think young girls should see these things, and so they can see that it's okay to rock natural hair in a corporate setting. It's okay to rock your natural hair at school. It's okay to rock natural hair, period. Because it's beautiful. It is professional. And it's time that people stop policing our hair. So that's it. This is a long one, but thank you guys for watching. If you lasted this long, I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Bye-bye.